Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to be looking at some of the basic formulas in Excel, which is sum, average, the count, when do we use count A, and if I want to find out the minimum value from a data set and the max value. And here is the data that we are using, and you can download this file. The link to download this file is in the description below. Now I want to calculate the total of each of these products. And if you see, I don't have the total here. So what would my total be? Let me just zoom in. I'm going to press Control and the scroll key just to zoom in a bit. And I want the total. So total is equal to, please remember formulas begin with equal to. So is equal to quantity. I'm using the left arrow twice. And I'm going to use the star or the asterisk and then left arrow once. Hit enter and I've got my total. If I want to drag this down, I can double click here. So this is one option. Method number two is I can kind of go here. If you see the icon is changing, I can drag it down. This is option two. And if you want to look like the Harry Potter using the keyboard, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the left once, control shift down, which is going to take me right at the bottom. I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to press Control Shift up and Control D, D as in David. And now I've got the total for each of these. So that's how you can use the shortcuts. Now, there are different ways for me to get the sum. Let's assume I want to get the sum here. There is a shortcut key which is Alt and equal to. If I press that, you will see it automatically adds the formula. If I hit enter, I've got the sum. So the shortcut key for sum is Alt equal to. Let me also do this using the formula. Like I mentioned, formulas begin with equal to, so is equal to. The formula for sum is SUM, and what you see here, this is called as IntelliSense. Okay. If I want to select the sum formula, I'm going to use the down arrow once, twice. And to select it, please remember it is the tab key. I'm going to press the tab. And how do I select this? Once again, I can either drag using the mouse, or it's advisable and better and faster for you if you use the keyboard. And how do I select this entire number? What do I want the sum of? I'm going to go one step up. So here. From here, I want to select everything on top. So I'm going to press Control Shift up arrow. Now I don't want the total. So how do I deselect it? Shift and down arrow. So if you see now, it is also giving me the range K2 to K18. So that's K2 to K18. And I've got the sum. You can also write this manually, which is equal to sum. I'm going to press tab. I know what do I want the sum of? K2. So I'm going to type K2 till where? So I'm going to use the colon K18. And you will see it automatically highlights that. If I hit enter, I've got the sum. Now if I want the sum this side, just a practice. Okay, so we need the sum. So what is the sum is equal to sum of, I'm going to come left arrow, control shift down, and I've got the sum. Next, I want to find out the average. So average, the formula is equal to average. What do I want the average of? Again, left arrow, I'm going to go up, control shift down, hit enter. I've got the average. I want to count how many row items are there here. So I'm going to use the count formula. So is equal to count, COUNT, press the tab key again. What do I want the count of? I'm going to do this. And now you'll see I've got 70. Let us also try and count this. Ideally, I should get the same, right? So if I use is equal to count, and then if I select this range, you will see I'm getting a 0. The reason for that is because count only counts numbers, and this is where you need to use the count A formula. This is going to count all the non-blank cells. If I press count A, if you look at this tooltip here, it says count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So that's what I want. Count A, and in this case, I'm going to count all of these, and you will see I've got those same numbers. So once again, please remember, if you want to count numbers, you can use count, and if you want to count non-numericals, then please use the count A function. Now, I want to find out what is the what in this total, what is the maximum that we have. So I'm going to use the max formula. So is equal to max. I'm going to press tab again, control up, one step down, control shift down. and I know the max is the 55,000. Did I get that? Yep, this is what I have, 55,000. And if I want to find out what is the min, then the formula for that is equal to min. Tab, select, again control shift down, and I've got the min. And I would request you to try this here in this. Now, let me also show you how you can do that. So these are some of the basic formulas. Let me go back to my sheet. And if I want them here, now it is in a different sheet. So is equal to SUM tab. Now, where is my data? So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go click on this. And what do I want the sum of? The total. I'm going to click here and then control shift down again. And you see I've got the sum. Again is equal to average. I'm going to press tab. What do I want the average of? I'm going to go to this data tab and I want the average of the total. Count again, so is equal to count. I'm going to click here. What do I want the count of? I want the count of all of these. Count A, so is equal to count A. Go here and let's assume I want the count of the product names. I'm dragging or using the mouse in this case. I've got that. And then the min formula, what do I want the min of? In this case, let's assume I want to find out what is the minimum quantity that we have. If you select this, ideally we should get 1. And if I want the max, then tab, go here. I want to find out what is the maximum quantity that we have ordered. If you see, ideally we should get 10, and that is the answer. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this video for more formulas on Excel.